If you're doing this to protect yourself and get yourself into whatever the next system is going to look like with real wealth, there's only two ways to do it: gold and silver.
Do you find it odd, Bill, that a lot of these mainstream outlets, they're never talking about precious metals? Like we have cryptos came out that is basically crashing this week and nobody's talking about silver or gold?
Nothing about the mainstream media surprises me. I'm on the record saying that the easiest way to decipher something true versus false is whatever side mainstream media takes is wrong. Mm-hmm. For mainstream media to ignore gold and silver, why would that? I mean, we've been doing this for 20 years plus. It does not surprise me at all, because the official narrative has been dollar good, gold / silver bad. Mm-hmm. So, they're not going to say anything about gold or silver. They're not going to bring it up. They don't want any questions asked, because it is the exit. Gold and silver are the exit. And, the powers that be fully understand that. And they don't want people to understand that the way out from in front of trouble is gold and silver.
Well, that's what. Yeah, I don't really watch CNBC that much anymore, or much at all. I see a lot of clips on social media of CNBC, but whenever it seems like the only time they bring up gold, for example, is when they're talking about Bitcoin or other cryptos, and it's always to cast gold as sort of this archaic old thing that is being replaced, and that's been sort of the narrative the past a couple of years. The only time gold gets brought up is in sort of contrast to Bitcoin. But we've had this sort of crypto Bitcoin crash in the past couple of months. Bitcoin's down, 60 some odd %, maybe more if someone wants to do the math. But you haven't seen that narrative change. They're not talking about gold or silver in any sort of positive light. Gold's held up it's been one of the best performing assets this year. It's up slightly, whereas most of the market is down. Tech has crashed, crypto's crashed. Gold's up a few percentage points. Why is that?
Well, gold and oil are the only two things really that are up this year. Understand this crypto crash. It's price. I mean, you're seeing the cryptos crashing price-wise. They're down anywhere from 60 to 90% from their highs. But the real key in the crypto market now is you've got exchanges themselves that are going under. You have stable coins that have broken the buck. You have exchanges that are telling people you can't have your money. Mm-hmm. I mean, that is a disaster waiting to happen. On top of that, something else that's going on that has gotten almost no press at all is that there are actually bank runs now in China. It started 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it turns out these QR codes turn red. In other words, you're not allowed to leave your vicinity. If you're somebody who lost money and planning to go protest, your QR code's red, and then they just haul you away.
That's crazy.
So there's your danger right there on QR codes, is that they can prevent you from protesting. They can prevent you from leaving your immediate area. They can prevent you from going to another area to buy food or what have you. So, I mean, that's another thing that the media has completely ignored. And trust me, a bank run in China is, I mean, if this spreads, you're looking at game over.
So as silver and gold investors, what you see this attitude on Wall Street Silver on our Reddit community. Some people are crying all the time, but why isn't silver or gold up? Other people take the attitude of, hey, if it's cheap right now, take advantage of it. This is the last chance you're going to get. Buy as much as you can while it's artificially cheap, because this ain't going to last. Is that sort of the attitude you're taking at this point?
Well, my attitude toward that is anybody who's whining about it, I just tell them, shut up and sell your silver and go away.
We'll take it.
Because
you're
holding gold and you're holding silver for, at this point, you're holding it for the end game. Right. You're holding it for the very end. And what we're looking at is the end of empire. That's what's happening in the West. That's what's happening in the US. It is end of empire. So do you want to go through that end of empire sitting on dollars or euros or yen or what have you? Or do you want to sit on real money, God's money, gold and silver?
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race, you're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Markus Dahn, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I intend, how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Markus Dahn.